Hey everybody, so today we are back with the Monza. So since the last time you saw this thing, we've actually driven it back to Alex's house. We pulled out the steering column, got it fixed, put it back in, and now today is the day that it goes to its first car show, and we are very excited.
All right, so that's much more safe. This actually functions now, and then I cranked the idle up a tiny bit. So let's see what it does. Ta-da! Oh, it's a little cold. So that's warming up. Baby idle. So that's one thing we're going to be doing today is pulling this rear section of exhaust off so we can maybe actually hear this thing. And then getting the carpet out, playing around with the blinkers and lights. So for whatever reason, let's see if it works now. Yeah, that one's working now. The brake lights and tail lights are really intermittent. So we're going to be chased with the vet to not have somebody plow into us. But yeah, get it to its first show and then get to work. All right, keep it warm. There it goes. Yeah,
and it didn't die.
That drop into drive is so intense. Oh, see now, okay, there it goes. Yeah, I noticed that too when we drove it back to your house originally. When it's cold, it doesn't technically like to find a gear, but then once it's warm, it's fine.
Yeah, when we were test driving it yesterday, just to make sure everything was semi-kosher, it definitely dropped in the second when we floored it, but that's the best I can give it. Also, that windshield is filthy, I just realized.
So I can tell, notice how it doesn't return to center?
Yeah.
This thing definitely needs an alignment, and that will help the steering input.
All right. Yeah, it was unmanageably heavy at some corners. Yeah. Probably because, you know, the engine is directly over the front axle, and it's like a 60-40 weight distribution, like most
I think it's worse than that.
You think it's worse than
when it was stock?
6139?
Yeah.
Good lord. That's usually reserved for most dually pickups.
Wide open first, second, third. Yeah, it's so quiet you can only hear it shift when you're at like open throttle.
Full on throwing a power like you were saying.
It sounds like a horn.
That noise is so fun. If these manifolds weren't so terribly restrictive, I'd love to build the absolute gnarliest motor that these things could quiet.
Yeah, it'd make it sick.
So it's just dead solid, and then it's like, oh, where'd that come from?
I can feel the secondaries open. That was funny. I'm so used to disturbing the peace when I roll up. Funny spots.
I already got hecklers. Wow, that was
already people laughing at the Monza. It's a lot quieter than my normal one.
Well, I didn't hear you. Yeah, you got to work on that, man.
You get really good cars.
I'm going to move them later, so it's fine.
What?
I'm going to move them later, so it's better. Go a little bit back a little more. Let's watch it slam into gear. Ooh. Hate that converter.
Bye. I really wonder what this converter is.
Tight.
Oh, yeah, but that's on a number.
It's funny, it still has the inspection plate on. Like, you can tell this thing was actually like cared about. And I can't see how big it is, but it's probably still a full-size like 12-inch converter.
God, that'd be hilarious in this thing.
Depending on what the rear gear is, we can throw in a looser converter, and then because it's light enough, it won't stall against it.
So you just got a neutral drop it at a light, or?
No, it's just annoying having to use this much brake pressure to hold the car back. With a loose converter, you can literally just sit without your foot on the gas. Like
it feels like it wants to go.
Yeah, it's because the converter's tight.
It's a race car. Or something, I don't know. I've never had a race car. Go ahead.
Yeah, this thing is not slow.
I can't wait till it has full throttle here in about 15 minutes.
See, shift. Come on. it's in second. Let me see. We give it some gas and shit there. There it is.
Jerked it?
Yeah. I hear the Corvette. That's funny.
The wide angle makes this look like warp speed. That's funny.
Okay, so it actually, I can't tell what it's doing. It might actually be downshifting in a second. Yeah, this thing drives so much better with the steering wheel not flopping around on me. So as I was driving this road to your house, I was noticing this thing feels really good, but I can't tell because I'm literally doing this with the steering wheel. So here, when I pull off, I'll pay attention to the mile an hour when it shifts.
Okay.
So when you feel it shift, call out the speeds. Ready?
Yeah. 32. 52.
Okay.
Admittedly, it wasn't updating super fast, so it's probably a little higher than that, but 32 and 52 are what I saw.
Okay. That's 42 is pretty high for a 1-2 shift.
30.
For 32.
32 and 52.
Okay.
So,
Obviously, we don't know what RPM that was. I'm gonna guess that was like 3,500.
yeah. It didn't sound stressed yet, so it wasn't 4 grand.
But I mean, like technically, if it was a 229 gear, it would probably be like a 50 mile an hour 1-2 shift. So see, it's holding a gear. Yeah, this thing hangs gears, which is kind of sick, but technically not supposed to do that. See, it's hanging gear. I think it's hanging. Is it hanging? Yeah, it's hanging first, and then.
I'm glad my neck is stiff, otherwise I'd have a problem every time you did that without paying attention. It's a good seats, I like them.
Yeah, these are awesome.
Like, if it wasn't for... Oh, that's annoying. I hate squealing brakes. But... Yeah, when this thing needs Kirkies, it's going to be a sad day.
Well, these are probably not that heavy.
Yeah, but like...
Well, it only technically needs Kirkies when it's running mid-11s, because then it needs the cage,
Yeah.
which is probably pretty easy.
The,
No, so it can't do rolling burnout. It's not that fast.
Not yet, anyway.
All right, it returns. Time to get to work. So the really only things we have as far as new parts is we've got a tack. We're gonna throw that in. I'll show that with the other dash, but where we're gonna try to stick that in. We've got a mechanical temp gauge, so we actually know if it's overheating. And then this is a throttle bracket that will most likely actually give us full throttle. So here, I'll show it right now. So that's no throttle. That's all the throttle we have. So yeah, only half throttle like I'm explaining. This is the same throttle bracket I have on the El Camino sitting over there, and it's got an adjustability in the slider, so I should be able to bring this back to actually get full throttle and then actually hooked up the kickdown linkage. So those are going in. The first thing I want to do though before I finish pulling it in, it's been cooling down, so I want to get underneath, see if we can pull that back section of exhaust off, and then see if I can see the axle code. It's gonna go up pretty high, so I'll let you know. All right, I'll throw it in. So basically, this is how the exhaust works in that car. It combines into one way up there, technically going in front of the oil pan. And you've got your giant two-way catalytic converter up and over the axle, running parallel to the torque torque arm, and then up and over, and then so in here to a muffler that doesn't exit. It just in and then loops, comes back out this way to a resonator, which goes this way, and then out the driver's side. So
upside down number 2, number 5, whatever direction you want to call it, it's terrible.
So the idea is to take this off. Hopefully we don't have to cut it. We can reuse a lot of this and then just run this just out and then see how loud it is with just a catback straight pipe. And then the axle tube code should be somewhere, I think on that axle tube. We'll have to play around in here. It's really dirty and still low because of how, we might check it the car up higher. But yeah, I want to find that axle code and then see if hopefully I can get this off in one piece. Nice, so that one broke. This one didn't break. So that one's coming off. Now let's see if this can come off too. And then I'm hoping I can slip this off of here. I'll have to take it off from there and just start yanking on it. So we got the thing off here, and then I took off this hanger here. I think this joint here is probably just fused. I don't see any way it separates, so it's either we abandon this or we cut. So I'll leave it up to you. Do you want to just cut it here and then just have it be open? Okay.
Yeah.
We can always.
That's where I was going to cut it anyway.
Okay. Because I wanted to try to keep it together, just because keep it whatever. But I guess we'll cut it, and then if it is like bonkers loud, we can just not only that, figure out a muffler that we want to eventually just do here anyway. Like I can even grab one of the Super 10s, and we can just throw it right here, and then just have it be exit out of the back of the car.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we got it. Tiny little piece, and then we'll have to. Hang it up to there better because it's got a little piece on.
There we go. So just grab the part you just cut.
And that kind of. Oh no, the cat's hanging it down. All right, pull it up.
Gonna need to mount that somewhere different. Wow.
Yeah, no, I know weight can be.
Not small. Weight estimate?
Oh, it's not that heavy. Yeah, it's pretty light. A moment of truth.
No, it's different.
No, but it's not nearly loud.
Here, hold this, hold on.
That's louder. No, but it's still very, very quiet.
Oh, it's still come down, but remember it was...
Yeah. That was quieter than I thought it was going to be. It's all just rust. So here, this is my perspective right now. The last thing I wanted to do before we put this thing back on the ground is find the axle tube code. It should technically be here, but it's so dirty. I can't scrub. I just don't want to scrub away and get covered in it. So what we did was we did a rudimentary axle count where we spun the tire. And I think it is in fact the 229 rear gear. It's got 22-inch tires, no overdrive and no tack yet. So we're just going to guess 229. It doesn't really matter now, but now that we can actually hear the car and it'll have a tack here shortly, we'll be actually able to tell, using the math of the RPM and the highway speed. So yeah, I think I'm done under here. I'm going to, secure this better up here and then have that just chill like that and then work under the hood. Right, there. Get lower down. Okay, perfect. All right, quick test drive. Oh. Yeah, it's barely louder in here. Quick test drive before we pull it in to do the rest of the goodies. Well.
It actually sounds like a V8 now.
Yeah, not bad.
The grown-up power is now louder.
It's barely louder. That's so funny. You can still get your cool groan sound.
Yeah, I like it quiet inside because I don't like having my ears just blown out by down the freeway.
So you can kind of hear it. Like, yeah, the idle's barely.
Low tires on that.
First that time.
Nice.
Hold the tire longer. That was a big cloud.
This thing makes fat clouds.
Cool. That probably coated the fender with a lot more rubber. It's so weird actually hearing exhaust now. This thing sounds awesome. How's that?
Don't open that door!
No, this door.
Oh.
I was gonna say, it's a good thing that door was closed. Good Lord, is that just off the tire right now?
What's that?
Is that just now?
Yes.
Damn, son.
Was that necessary?
Yes.
Is everything okay?
Oh yeah, it's tired.
Yeah.
It's on fire.
Oh my God, thank you for checking. They're just being boys. I'm so sorry.
Do you see how bald this tire is?
Don't kill my tires before I... Aww.
Yeah, we're making sure.
You cannot make, this is a suburban neighborhood.
No, it's fine. Yeah, making sure we get a lot of rubber all over everything. Because yeah, these tires are not really worth anything because they're 13s, and it'll have front not 13s shortly. So might as well burn these things off.
Rewatch this one.
Now to get to work for real. So air cleaner coming off, we can get this guy on and then get this guy in there. So yeah, go ahead and get in, and then when I tell you to, hit the gas, and then so I can, sort of align this thing. All right, go ahead and give it throttle slowly. Keep going. More. All the way down. Hit all the way off. All the way down. Yeah, does that look like full throttle to you?
Move the bracket.
Here, do it quickly. Yeah, so now we
that
definitely
as far
got
as it
full
goes?
throttle. Yeah, it used to go little here, let off. It used to literally go to here.
Okay.
So now we have mega full throttle. Just gotta tighten this down, and then I'll have to get the other bracket here for the TV, not TV, it doesn't have overdrive yet for the kickdown linkage, yeah.
That was moving on my foot.
Full throttle? Okay. You get off. Can you go full throttle, please? Let off. Let's move this a little bit forward. So return springs are on. I think we're good. When we fire it up, we'll double check everything. So next is to get this guy out. The reason why that's so gross is so we threw it in and then it started leaking, and then on camera really quick, I just smothered it to try to make it good, but it's been leaking ever since. So yeah, we're gonna pull this out so we can get the, over there, the temp gauge in. All right, let's see how well this thing works. I don't know if it's at 130 degrees still. Oh, we got movement, maybe? Yep, we got baby little tiny movement. The problem is that the window is so small that it's literally going to just sit off of 130 always, but as I was when you buy the, how much was this? Like $20?
I think it was actually like 17 or 18.
17, there you go. So
Cheapest one on Summit with reasonable shipping and didn't look like trash.
all right, so I'll grab my, I've got the fitting for that. Let me grab out the other manifold. Adapter fitting's on. Now we're gonna come run it through the firewall this way, and then we'll show you where it's gonna go. Quick change of plans. We forgot that this thing is totally like virgin and has got a bajillion holes everywhere, so all that's still there. There's no way for us to get the end through the firewall, so now we're just gonna go back to what we wanted to do, which was pull the dash, pull carpet, pull that, and then get to some weight loss, especially now that it has full throttle. It's gonna be a lot faster, so it'll be faster and lighter. And we'll start working on the gauge cluster while we're there. I think we've got the bezel off. Yeah, we want to try to reuse as much of this as possible and not break it, which is literally why I'm having him do it. That way, if it breaks, it's on him.
Oh, thank you.
Seats unbolted. Oh yeah, these are not very heavy at all. Maybe 30 pounds.
Race car seats.
Very comfortable.
Yeah, easily some of the best car seats I've ever sat in. Anything good under there, or did I get it all already?
Yeah, it's all pretty clean. Yeah. Good job. Quickly weigh the seat just to get an idea. Kirkies are 12. So when we put, if this thing gets Kirkies, which is not right away, what do you got? 40. Oh wow, see, these are actually heavier than I thought they were. So 40 pounds on each seat. So that means the Kirkies lose, what, other like a 40, because it's 12, 12, and then 80. So yeah, so we'll keep putting these back in. They're actually really comfortable. But yeah, now we know there is more weight to lose in Kirky. The dash is carefully coming out. Theoretically. Oh, okay, there we go. Cool. We can clean this now.
Yes.
Yeah, it comes off like that. All right, I think this is enough to get it off of both. We got conflicting sticks. Clearance fit. Okay, cool. So we got, the seats out, back seats are out, carpet's about to come out. We're keeping the seat in just to finish pulling the gauges off. Once those are off, it'll be, because it's very convenient to have the seat to do this. And then one thing I really like about this thing is that it's actually got a metal dash in the 70s. I've noticed that most cars switch to plastic dashes in the 70s and then they just crumble apart 50 years later. But this is actually still metal in the GM's very cheap plasticky era. Here goes glass.
Nice and clear.
Yeah, I can actually clear this up with some wire wheel if you want me to. I can wire wheel this too. I missed the shot, but yeah,
That's
tack's
okay.
out.
Checks out.
So yeah, this is labeled.
Are these the wires we need to run the new one?
Yeah, well, we're gonna get male plugs to plug into that.
Well, do we know this is the problem or do we know that's the problem?
Well, it's probably this. I'm gonna guess it's the actual tack.
Then the lights down here, I'm not gonna mess with that. It'll get.
So yeah, that's pretty much what our idea was. Here, pull it out. I guess we pull whatever out. So yeah, we took the back of the gauge apart. This is the cheapy one, so there's not even pigtails. It's literally just back to the circuit board, and then yeah, so like roughly kind of put it in there. Yeah, so if we can get that to work, that's kind of what we want to do. But I think now we can get the seat out of the way. Seat's ready to go. This one bolts in mostly all the same way. So.
Man, I didn't do as good a job cleaning this as I thought I did.
All right, we should be able to get the carpet out. Let me just, this is already all real torn, without having to pull these seatbelt thingies because they're Torx and they're really annoying. The only thing we didn't pull is the seatbelt holders because they're Torx. So I'm gonna try to cut around them and then we can just get that off later. And once that's off, I think we can mostly just rip this out. Good sound. Cool, it's coming off one section. Nice. Okay. There it goes. There we go. Around the shifter. All right, I think that's it. I think it's out. I think it's free. Oh wait, no. Let's cut from here. Wow. Wow. All right, I'll grab some of this. See how much I can pile it together and get a weight. So let's grab the wire wheel and just see what it looks like really quick.
Freezing that.
Where's that? I'm holding my breath.
Oh, tire smoke doesn't seem as bad anymore. That's nice.
That's gonna look really good.
I like
The metal underneath is fine.
Okay, good.
All right, we kind of got out of control, so we're stick vacking. So most of the carpet turned to dust, so see if we can't just like get piles of it and weigh it and just get it rough. I think the crate's like a pound, we'll weigh it afterwards, so we 13. Double checking the crate, see what it weighs.
2.
Yeah, 2. So that's like 11. All right, let's try again. Load number 2.
12.
12. So
Yeah.
like what, 22-ish pounds plus everything? So 11 plus like 11-ish?
Yeah.
And then also there's a lot that just was dust and just tossed. So yeah, 22-ish pounds, probably a little bit more than that, but let's go with 22. So then I think what was it, 96 was the original number from the first video. So it was 96, 98, so like 118 or whatever, 100, whatever is, shoot, what was my math? Yeah, so 118, so roughly 118 pulled so far. All right, I think we're done with wire wheeling and vacuuming for now. The wire wheel and the vacuum are both dying, but this is pretty much it. Floor's in really good shape. I'm gonna finish wire wheeling, paint it gray, but the problem is that this thing keeps snowballing into other projects. This turned into, oh, let's put a temp gauge in, to, oh, pull the carpet, oh, pull the dash, oh, pull the gauges. So yeah, stop for now. Thank you, wife, wherever you went. Yes, thank you for our wife for your stick vac duty. But yeah, now back to actually working on getting the dash out, or getting, you know, that out so we can get a temp gauge in it. And then I think we're good.
Wife is Jessie.
True. So I'm trying to figure out how to wrap this video up. It's definitely snowballing out of control. I want to pull all this probably on another video. All I'm trying to do is figure out a very quick way to get, you know, this guy through the firewall, and it's not that great. So I've got the blower motor out. I think I can get this out. It's freaking up against this. Oh my god, it's freaking on the brake line. Or on a fuel line? I don't even know what line it is. Let's see if I can get this out. Oh, come on. All right, blower motor out. We can weigh this. But I'm hoping maybe I can get through here. Yeah, I'm just trying to find the easiest way just to get through here just for now, to put that sensor back in, have a temp gauge, fire the car up, and then, you know, be done for today. So I figured it out. Like I said, this thing's going away, blower motor's out, and then I was able to, you know, get to the plastic that's just on the other end. So way down in there, you can see, yeah, there we go. I was able to make that hole so it can come from where it's gonna go up here, and hopefully it can reach. I'm pretty sure it can because it's really long, but here, I'll start snaking it now. All right, so our idea of where it's gonna go, temporarily permanent, which obviously there's not a lot of room. Actually, now the dash pad's gone, there's room here, but that dash pad's coming down. So the idea, hopefully this is long enough, is to shove it in the singled in hole, which you said that you found someone who makes a singled in.
They make
like,
panels so
panels.
you can, block off the edges so it doesn't look as janky.
Yeah, but we can also just stuck it in there like that.
This
So
car doesn't deserve that.
okay,
Right now.
let's go up.
Once we do it more efficiently, it will.
All right, so this thing literally barely fits. It might not even fit with the air cleaner. See if I can get it in. Okay, get it like that. All right, dude, yeah, that is way too guitar string. Let me see if I go underneath. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, way too guitar string, but hey, it'll work for now. Let's snug that down. It's pretty messy because I'm trying to do this quickly. But, okay, so now that that's done, let's go ahead and let's throw the seats back in, and then we can do a final test drive of seeing how much throttle we've got and seeing if we can get some heat in the gauge and not burnouts, because I've been doing plenty of those this video, and we need to flip the tires around and start burning off another tire before we do more burnouts. Surprisingly heavy seat going back in, and then we'll take it right back out when we work on it next so we can really wash this floor. Driver's seat time. This one's a lot easier because all the bolts are all the same. There's not half the bolts going the wrong way because of the catalytic converter. Seats are in. We might slap the back guys in. They're basically held in by wishes.
I don't know how to hook this on there, so you'll have to...
Yeah, you just kind of hook in. Yeah, they just hook in the back and hook in the front. You literally just kind of just wedge them in there. You shove it in and then, yeah, that's literally how they sit in the seatbelts. Yeah, that's it.
That's not how they said that.
No, I'm telling you, they don't. They literally are that loose. They're just held in by two little tabs that don't actually, yeah, that's literally how they're held in. So the back tab just kind of holds it underneath, like that. And then you just get it to where it wants to clip the front guy. Yep, just like that. That's literally how they're held in. It's that light. It's very light. Maiden voyage again for the whatever the time of this video. And then we're leaving the air cleaner off just in case something happens. Okay, it returns back to okay, we close it. That's so nice on having that freaking thing I punch every time.
Skill issue.
What's rattling around? Let me check that. What did that sound like? What did that sound like?
Something tapping the hood.
Doing that the other day on that same spot.
Oh, what?
So there's something there in the front right corner that's not happy.
Let's see if we can build enough heat to actually make a gauge.
All right.
Well, there's the noise. That is so much deeper now. You hear that?
Yeah.
Whoosh. And now it's not just wall, it's woo.
You don't need a quadrijet.
It's funny, it makes it feel way less powerful
Yeah.
because it's clearly giving it way more throttle but not going any faster. And it makes it feel like it has 229 gears.
All right.
All right, so here, I'm not doing a burnout this time.
I know.
Yeah, enough burnouts for one video. Burnouts will be next video. So yeah, you're gonna get out. And then,
I'll show the stripe.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure you recognize this spot. So this is earlier. Held it in first and it went all the way to there. Let's back her back out and listen to it. Oh, and I took the hubcaps off while I was... Yeah, that sounds good. I took the hubcaps off while they were doing something. I wanted to clean them and just didn't put them back on. Sounds good. Oh, or rather, you know, sounds. Oh yeah, there's only one brake light for some reason.